Hi guys. So it was asked. Tony Ferguson said that he could beat Khabib Nurmagomedov in a street fight. Khabib responded with, "I fucking eat you in a street fight." Well, do you know what I think? I think Khabib ему будет жить. I think he would eat him in a street fight. Ему будет жить. 100% совсем. Подраться не подраться. He fuck him up. He охуячит. He would fuck him up. Машалла, иншалла. 100%. Tony Ferguson thinks that whatever the hell he did doesn't matter. Whatever the hell he did in Oxnard, California, and then getting picked on in Michigan and working out in a basement in Michigan, if he thinks that's anything remotely fucking close to getting in a street fight in the hills of Dagestan, he's fucking ignorant. He's smoking his lunch. People. He's high on designer drugs that we haven't heard of. Because, hold on. First off, two kids get into a fight in the hills of Dagestan. That's one kid with a couple of years of judo trying to fight another kid with a couple of years of judo. You get into a dog fight and a street fight in the fucking streets of wherever the fuck in the United States. That's one drunk hillbilly trying to beat up another drunk fucking hillbilly. One of them might have some wrestling, and maybe one of them's got some jujitsu. Okay, so I've done some judo. You know what it's like facing another person who's done some judo? It ain't fucking easy. At all. And if you get into a street fight, you still gotta walk the fuck where you're going, and it's a fucking war zone in Dagestan. There's tanks that roll down the fucking street. And that's if the fucking radical Muslims didn't decide to fucking take the fucking street over. There could be a firefight with the fucking Russian military. And the Russian military, they have years of Sambo and martial arts training and loaded fucking Kalashnikov rifles that shoot real fucking bullets that go through real fucking walls and ricochet off of real fucking things and land in real fucking people. So Tony Ferguson thinks that he fucking trained in a cold fucking cellar in Michigan, got picked on by some guys, and tapped out some chumps at the fucking UFC reality show. If that's anywhere remotely fucking close to Khabib being a master sport in judo and a master sport in wrestling and having the best fucking coach on the fucking planet right now, apparently, who is also a master sport in one, if not multiple disciplines, and to be a master sport in Russia, you would have to win the fucking NCAA tournament, then get a black belt, then you're invited to the fucking thing, and it's 6 billion people is the pool. Across God knows how many ethnicities and peoples. 600, you think we have fucking diversity in the United States? They got ancient diversity in fucking Russia. And that's not even to take in consideration Tony Ferguson runs up Big Bear Mountain. Well, great. Khabib been doing wind sprints in the fucking Caucasus Mountains where the Caucasian people came from, and apparently to go through that mountain you can touch one great land of great resources with another great land of resources, and Russia couldn't fucking take them out. The Turks couldn't fucking take him out, and the Persians couldn't fucking take him out. So, these people who have been living on this fucking mountain, who's been trying to get took over by whatever fucking imperial empire that happens to grow up to the north, west, east, south, northeast, southwest, whatever, because they want control of the fucking sea from the top of a fucking mountain, and then have access to their neighbors' natural resources. And oh, by the way, everybody's got a fucking black belt in judo. And Khabib is the best at judo from there. Then he's gone around the planet and fought people for money and has not been defeated. There's one loss somewhere in his whatever. I don't fucking care about that. Let's just talk about the 28-0. 28-0, and then he still goes home and rolls with the people. Because he's a fucking warrior in his heart. Inshallah, mashallah. And if you think fucking Tony Ferguson can beat him, bismillah. He can't. He fucking can't. The propaganda that's going out there around now is they're promoting how much of a shot he's got. And he does, because he's badass within the rules of the UFC. He's got a legitimate shot. If anybody could get a decision taken from Habibi, it would be Tony Ferguson, because he could cut him early and get a stoppage for blood. So within the rules of the UFC, maybe he's got a shot. But without the rules of the UFC, Khabib ему будет жрить. He would fucking eat him. Because Khabib has known what it's like to be into a fight 10 kilometers away from the nearest building with tanks and helicopters trolling for people to kill, and had to get home or he might fucking die. And it doesn't matter what wounds he has. Yes, I'm glad fucking Tony Ferguson can run up Big Bear Mountain in California, and I'm glad he can fucking do his wrestling in a cold ass fucking basement and wherever in Michigan, and he rolled with whoever the toughest motherfuckers in Oxnard, California were when he was fucking there. Great. But Khabib ему будет жить. Как подраться. Охуячит. Khabib would pick his teeth with Tony Ferguson if they took away the rules. Because rules like throwing him down and kicking his eye off his head and kicking his chin into the back of his skull are kind of against the rules. Kicking somebody in the fucking carotid artery, taking him down. You know what pancreation is? Khabib wrestled pancreation. It goes back to the ancient fucking form of Alexander the Great's Greeks, who had a sport which was called, you can do anything to this motherfucker, you just got to make him tap, and you got to use your hands and your feet. So no weapons. You could gouge out his eyes. You could stick your arm up his ass, pull his tongue through. And if he doesn't fucking tap, you're still fucking fighting. Now, they put some rules in there. But Khabib won that shit. One of the best in Russia. 6 billion motherfuckers. And you're telling me that because Tony Ferguson tapped out some chumps at the fucking UFC reality show that he's got any fucking chance, any iota, any slim fucking chance against Khabib Nurmagomedov, you're fucking crazy. So stop it. Stop it. And understand and take the little victory and put it in your fucking heart because Khabib's a fucking warrior from a fucking warrior place. That inside the rules of the octagon and the UFC, Tony Ferguson has got a shot. A legitimate shot to game plan. Where fighting is for money and it's a sport, a game. He can get a game plan and he's got a shot. But out there, where ain't no rules, and the only thing you're trying to do is not fucking die, and do whatever you can to make that other motherfucker not make you die. All I gotta say is, Alhamdulillah, Inshallah, Mashallah. Khabib's gonna fuck him up. I'm not even Islamic. But that's how one-sided the fight would be. That if I was Tony Ferguson, I'd bust out a Quran and pray to Khabib's gods. At least the Romans would even go and pray to your gods if you were stronger than them and they were trying to fight you. Well, you gotta do something. Tony Ferguson by himself is not gonna beat fucking Khabib Nurmagomedov in a fucking fight on the street. And that's it. So, don't get me confused. One more time. Don't get me confused and think that I'm saying that Tony Ferguson can't win a UFC fight. That possibility exists. But for everything I just said, I still think Khabib's going to win that. Tony Ferguson is a great fighter. If you were trying to build a body for fighting, that would be the kind of body you want. All muscle, thin, cardio for days. That's what you want. Fast. Cut motherfuckers up. That's what you want. But you can't build what Khabib's got in here. And oh, by the way, he's a fucking world-class Sambo. He's a black belt and master of sport in judo. And he's a master of sport in wrestling. And he's got the best corner in the fucking game. And no one else has fucking even come close to beating him. And he's taken down a way better striker than Conor McGregor. He's taken down way better jiu-jitsu, way better wrestling. How the fuck is this an argument? So, yes, if Tony could keep it off the wall and try to neutralize the superior wrestling, Tony Ferguson's got wrestling. Khabib's a master of sport in wrestling. And he's got fucking championship level of pancration, which is another more dirty form of wrestling. Tony Ferguson is learning some awesome jiu-jitsu from Eddie Bravo. Awesome. Cool. Because Khabib's a master of sport in judo. Black belt. So, that's what I gotta say about fucking a street fight.